So we're back and we're going to do 30 minutes of mobility or yoga. Depends what you really think about it. I mean, wearing a microphone today, so it should sound better, and any heavy breathing is for free. So anyways, I wanted to think that was just going to allow people a bit of a easier way to get back into moving and kind of address some common issues, and kind of tight backs, shoulders, the usual stuff. And as always, it's just quite nice to be told what to do. So when you're ready, when you've grabbed your drink, popped your music on, done whatever you need to do, you're going to remember that you're going to move with your body's needs. So you're not going to overdo it. If you don't like something, you don't do it. Also, let's see if slurping's an issue here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off on an all fours position. So you're going to get yourself down onto your hands and knees. I'm going to be here for a little bit. So if you need to pad the knees or anything, do that. Whilst we're on it, we're going to do some wrist mobility. But if the wrists are feeling kind of rough, you can roll them out up or just pop a little towel underneath. It should raise them up. So we're going to get you moving. I'm going to kind of cover all the major things with the body. We will throw in some kind of classic mobility and static stretching. We're also going to pop in some yoga stuff, some little flows and sequences. So when you're here, hands and knees, we're going to wrap those elbows around and you're going to round your back. Use any breath that you like. Don't really overthink it. Just want to try and get as much movement into your spine as possible. Often there's the kind of chat about trying to articulate every vertebra. I often think that sounds a bit shit. So really all you're going to do is try and make a big curve as possible. You're going to pull the pelvis under, engage the abs, and then go the other way. Push the belly down as hard as it will go, and you will feel your back muscles tense. That's what we want. Yeah. We can relax that, forget about it. We're going to keep the toes tucked as we push back. Get a little stretch through them. And then forward. Keep the fingers pressing into the ground. About 4 to 5. Forwards and backwards. Good. Kind of looking for that sensation of pressure across the top of the wrist. And then you're going to go down onto your forearms. Keep the hands flat on the floor. We're going to do your cat cows again. This takes the elbows out, and that's kind of a good thing for anyone that is hypermobile. So you're kind of working really just into the shoulders and the hips. 3 to 5, whatever you fancy. Beautiful. And then gently push back. So we're going to use those forearms to push the hips back to find that child's pose. And then forward. Maybe again 2 to 3. Okay, coming up. Bring your knees to the underneath your hips. And then up onto them. So grab a cushion if you need to, but remember, we want the knees underneath your hips, not wider. So knees under hips, push the hips forward, and so you're getting the glutes to work and a little stretch to the front of the hip. From there, we're going to do shoulder rotation. So it's back of the hands together, very penguin-esque, and then swirl out. And palms come parallel. Don't need to touch, we just need to swirl. Again, we're hitting about 3 to 5. Nice and slow, and probably get some clacks and some crunks to the shoulders. We are looking for those heights. Then your final one. Keep your body upright. Glutes are engaged into the kind of what I call the Charlie's Angel. So hands forward, press, round the back, and then go up. On the heights, chin's jutting forward, thumb goes back, and then you take your lean over to the right, and then up and over to the left. From there, round the back. Into those fingers and push down. So really trying to push that fist through the butt crack and pull the shoulder blades together. From there, release the hands, bring yourself down, then rise up into your very classic downward dog. Paddle the heels and allow the hips to sway. And then bring yourself to stillness, and you're going to push your ass back. Keep the knees soft, so you're pushing hips back and up, and the heels kind of feel like they're going down. Breath. Maybe one more breath, and when you're ready, walk it forward into that classic forward fold and hang heavy. Take the feet wider than the hips and just let the body go. Maybe the head goes forward, maybe it shakes to the side, and maybe even the torso gets involved. Beautiful. From there, push the weight into the heels and ripple up. Fabulous. So we're going to spend some time working through that aspect. Take your feet slightly wider than your hips. You want to focus with that big toe pressing down and then your rest of your toes spreading out. So you're trying to grip the floor and really pull that apart. Knees are soft, and all the work is happening between the hip and the neck. So when we round the body, we shoulders hunch forward. It's almost as if we're being punched to allow the belly to pop in. And then slowly, and it should be so slow that it is irritating, you're rolling down. Keep those big toes pressing into the ground. You reach hanging out, and then reverse it. So get that pelvis to pull through. That's going to feel that stretch to the lower back, and then ripple up. Looking to get that core and that trunk muscles engaged as this spine starts to stretch, elongate all the way up. Find the heights, get the shoulders to lift, and then you drag them down. One more. So up. Feel that punch, hunch forward, chin down. Slow and steady. The slower we go, the nicer it is for the actual force to be transferred to the muscles. So less likely to cause a spasm, an ache. We actually get to strengthen them. Again, weight to the heels, toes are pressing. We're pulling up. There. So we're going to work through some obliques, and then we're going to work on the neck. For the neck, I'm going to show some special stuff. So obliques, feet go wide in the hips, toes point forward. I'm going to take my right hand to my right hip. And then from there, left hand comes up, and I'm going to go across. We can look up or down, whatever you need. Back to center and change sides. Left hand to hip, right hand goes over. Good. 2 of them. So what this actually is quite nice for doing is it structures from the hip up. Yeah. And then we're going to work into the rotational part of your obliques. I'm turning so you can see. So from this one, I'm going to step that left foot back. Heels need to be down, feet are parallel, and we're upright. Good. Bring the hands into the chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. And that pull comes from the hip. We go as far as we can and then reach out. Back to center. We'll do 2 more. In. Exhale, twist and reach. And then back. 1 more. Breathe in. Twist and reach. The hands had nothing but focus. So if you don't want to do that specifically, don't do it. And then other side. So lefty is forward, right is back. And again, the heels are down, legs are long, and the are as wide as the hips. Hands to the chest. Breathe in and twist to the left. Reach. Good. And back. 2 more. In. Twist. Exhale. Reach. See if we can get a little bit extra as we extend those arms. 1 more. Exhale. And reach. Beautiful. Good. Next bit you can do standing. I'm going to go kneeling so you can see the full range of my arms. First thing we need to do is get your shoulders open and working. So you're going to go kind of old school drama techniques. Pull them up and hold. 3, 2, 1. Slam them down the back. Good. 2 more times. Up. Hold. You scrunch. Squeeze. Exhale. Slam them down. Good. 1 more. Up. And down. Fabulous. So next I'm going to look at stretching through the sides of your neck and shoulders, traps and levator scap. We're going to take right hand behind your back, and you can kind of stick it in top of your trousers, pants, whatever. Lefty comes up and over. Onto the top of the head, fingers over to the side. From there, you're going to gently pull over to the left. You can get that sensation, that level of stretch. Once we've got it, we're going to release that right hand out and take it out to the side. Reach the fingers as far as it will go. Good. Turn the palm up. You should feel the shoulder blade drop back, the stretch increases, and you reach a little bit further. Perfect. So I can feel this pull all the way down towards like the middle of my bicep. Then we go palm down, sensation relaxes. We see if we can go a little bit further. So you're tractioning with the head and reaching the fingers. And then exhale, drop the arm. Let the weight of it hang down. And from here, you're going to look up and allow the chin to tilt, keeping the tension. You'll feel it switch positions through the side of the neck. Good. Now, use that left hand to slide it over your head. Support your face and then bring the head up. Oh. These stretches are quite deep. They become developmental. So you're going to feel them even after the fact. Okay. Onto the other side. So lefty goes round and we tuck it in somewhere. And that keeps the shoulder locked in position. Righty comes up and over, supports the left side of the head, and then we pull over to the right. Again, we're kind of looking straight forward. The lateral tilt. And you've got that. So it's about 5-10 seconds in each position, really. Arm sticks out. Good. Often palm forward is a nice place to start. Find the length. And then you go palm up. Feel that drop of the shoulder blade back and take it a little further with the fingers if we can. From there, palm down. Reach. Oh, that's a good one. And then let the arm drop. Let gravity take it. When you're ready, a little tilt up with the eyes, followed by the chin. This pulls into a lot of the sternocleidomastoid, which is your accessory breathing muscles, and even into the part of the levator scap. It's pretty good for tension headache. And then again, use that right hand to over to the right and to pick you up. Yeah. Good. The last little thing we're going to do is get into the pecs. So we take the hands behind the head, pull the elbows back, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. relax. 2 more, elbows back. So again, that squeeze the rhomboids, allowing them to open the chest. 2, 1, and relax. Last one, pull. And release. So this time, let the chin tuck, allow the head to drop, and we can use the hands to increase the stretch, and that will pull down. Beautiful. Release the hands. If you're standing up already, I'd like you to make your way down towards your knees and your hands. This ball force. So next, we're going to get some movement involved. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit. Stretch your toes out, push back, find a child's pose. Ripple forward. Take the weight into the hands, that lift through the belly, and then lower. It's kind of a classic kneeling chaturanga. Pull the chest up. Exhale, push back, find your downward dog. So we're going for these sun A salutations. A little paddle if we need to. Walk the hands forward. Walk the hands, walk the feet forward. I was doing so well. Let it drop. That was a lie. I made a lot of mistakes today. Push through the feet and rise up to standing. Good. Do 2 more. Big breath in, reach the arms up, palms forward. Get that open to the chest. Exhale down. Stepping back, find a plank. You're welcome to drop the knees if you wish, or we can just lower all the way down. Release the toes, lift the chest. Find that length to the back, and the shoulder blade should be pulling down. From there, over and up, downward dog. One breath. Again, feet go forward. Hang nice and heavy, maybe a little extra breath here. Then from there, we're rippling up. One more time. Lift. Take that Y shape. Use the strength of the back to open to the chest, and then forward. Step back. And again, we can drop the knees, but either way, we're all going to float to the floor, all the way down. Untuck the toes, shoulder blades pull back, and we lift. Beautiful. Push back and up. Downward dog. When you're ready, knees come down. Keep your hips where they are. We're going to allow the hands to walk forward. The chest to drop. We'll find a little puppy pose. And push back. And take a child's pose. Very nice. When you're ready, grab a drink if you need to. We're going to come up to a kneeling position. And again, grab a cushion, roll the mat up, pad what you need to. So actually, I'm going to start the other way. So I'm going with right foot forward, left knee down so you can kind of see the first round easier. 90 degrees at each knee, feet are as wide as the hips, and you're going to square them off. And for most people, that means dragging that left hip forward. So you want to feel it here. Then get a little tuck of the pelvis. Increase that stretch. And then we take a little rock back and forth. So I'm going to work through like the 3 main phases through the hip. When you're ready, we can push forward, we can hold. And again, it's about finding that sensation here. If you haven't got it, you're not stretching the point or stretching the muscle you want. Good. And you actually should feel your backside switched on. From there, pushing back. We're going to take the hands down. And this is where we start working into the right hip. So we can rock back and forth, kind of classic little lizard pose. When we push forward this time, we can allow that knee to drift out for a deeper stretch. From there, we're back to center. Take yourself to all four first. Have a little shimmy and a shake if we need to. And from there, it's into your gate pose. So right leg goes out. Find that inner thigh stretch, toes point forward, and you're going to rock back and forth. From here, you're going to come up onto that left knee. So right hand into the hip, left hand comes up. We're taking that sideline oblique stretch once again. And then we're coming up. Next is a bit weird, but follow me through. So I'm going to roll onto the heel of my right foot. And that allows my hips to twist. Keep the right knee soft. Turn my torso, and I'm going to lean into that right leg. So we are stretching the hamstring. It's not about depth, it's about sensation. Insert joke. Good. Then back to center. From there, I'd like to make our way down again. So you're going to swivel. Right foot is forward, hands on the floor. Left hand down, right hand's going to reach up. 3 times, up and down for that twist. Maybe you want to go a little bit deeper with the elbow, or maybe not. Fabulous. Just then onto the other side. So left foot forward, we're coming up. Square those hips off. Find that sensation into the right thigh and hip, and then tuck the pelvis under. Beautiful. And then maybe rocking back and forth. It's kind of your classic runner's lunge. He says having really tight hips and cycling, but it's good. The point is it runs through the hip flexor, which is the major one is your rec fem, which is from the middle through the thigh and across the knee and into the lower back. So one of the key things that is triggered when we have a back spasm. Good. Hands go down. This is where we start working to the left hip and groin. So we're going forward. It's going to get into the adductors, sartorius. Okay. One final push forward. We're going to hold. Maybe the knee drags out. Beautiful. Back to center. So I always just bring yourself back to all fours because transitioning from the lunge to a gate pose can often get crampy on the side of your ass. So here, leg out, and that rock back and forth. Fabulous. And again, we're coming up. Sideline oblique stretch, so left hand into left hip. Right hand goes up, and we're leaning over. And this is the traditional version of gate. Back to center. And again, I'm pivoting onto that heel, which allows my hips to twist. Soften the knee for everyone, especially those that are hypermobile. And then I'm twisting the torso and leaning. So this hip is almost dragging back. We're looking for that stretch sensation into the hamstring. It gets intense fast. Beautiful. And back to center. Hands and knees. When you're ready, step forward with that left leg. We're going for little twists. Open and down. Again, you can cover the hand, maybe the elbow. Maybe not. Yeah, that's what we'll be waiting for. You're gonna turn around, you can lie down. Woohoo! So in this position, feet together, knees out. I'm hoping you can see me because I can't see me. Now, we're going to do some active stretching to the hips. It doesn't matter how far they go. It's simply the level of effort. So feet together, knees apart. Now I want you to try and bring your knees to the floor by squeezing your ass. 3, 2, 1, down. So you'll get a little rock to the pelvis and the knees hopefully lowering and a stretch to the inner thigh. So a couple more times, squeeze, hold, 2, 1, and relax. Squeeze, hold, and relax. One more. And done. From there, feet come together, or to the floor, shall we say. Knees bend. I'm taking lefty to right thigh, and then across to the left. This is one of my favorites, especially getting into like the hip and the side of it. It's massively underrated. From there, back to center. I'm going to pull you up into a figure 4. Just a little quick one. Get that stretch through. And then release. So changing sides. So it's right foot to left thigh, and then over to left. The left to right, Christ. The other way. Then back and up. Good, figure 4. And then release. You're going to pull both legs up. Take that kind of squeezing of the knee, rounding the lower back, and just a little rock back and forth. From there, extend the left leg, hold the right knee in. We're going to alternate. About 3 times per leg. And change. So traditionally in yoga, this is often known as the wind relieving pose, which is probably a good thing at this time of year. One last time. Get 3 per side. Then I'm taking left foot to floor, so it's going to keep my hips forward. My right knee comes up, and I'm going to hold my right knee behind. Hold the leg behind the knee. Keep it kind of square on with the hip, and then pull the thigh up. So we get a little tension to the top of the hamstring into the bottom of the arse. It's about there. Now we're going to stretch the hamstring by engaging the quad, and this means you straighten the leg. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. The idea by this and by holding it here is that we're able to stretch the hamstring first before we get into the calf, because often it's just the calf you end up stretching. One last one. Good. Whilst you're here, let's straighten the left leg. We're going to pull the right knee across for your supine twist. And then change sides. So right foot to the floor. And this is quite a nice thing to make sure that hip is level and supported. Lefty comes up. Hold the back of the thigh. Make sure it's square onto the hip. And again, you're pulling it up high enough that you can get that sensation here. Good. When you're ready, again, straightening that leg. Holding for about 5, maybe more if you want. Relax. Good. Do it as long as you want, really. As many reps. And then relax. Again, straighten the right knee. Pull left leg over for that twist. And that's a lot. Just in time as the light starts to fade. So thanks a lot for bearing with. If there's any special requests regarding mobility or little routines, do let us know, because often I get bored and never know what to do. Thank you.